This is Sam Seid coming from the United States Fertilizer desk here at Freight Investor Services. Just going to be giving a quick recap of the past week's trade in the NOAA fertilizer markets. So the big story this week in fertilizer was actually the same story that sort of dominated the news cycle in the U.S. in general, and that was the really cold temperatures and widespread snow coverage across the whole country this week. That sent natural gas prices sky high late last week, and news broke late last week that a major nitrogen plant in Weaver, Iowa was going to be shutting down. That company was instead going to be marketing their natural gas on the open market instead of manufacturing nitrogen. So that creates a big production hole, and we saw the urea futures react pretty quickly on Friday, up $10 to $12 into the high 330s, and UAN actually jumped about $25 into the high 240s. Trade was off on Monday. We did see a little bit of futures business, not a lot of volume there. The big story was that we heard a lot of rumors of hot and heavy physical barge trading, which led support into both the urea and the UAN markets on Tuesday. On Tuesday in UAN, we saw futures prices right in line with the Cincinnati markets, which sort of helped support into the second half of this week. We saw sort of the trade start to talk about the incoming Indian tender that sort of seems like it might be delayed into the middle of March now. But overall, the nitrogen markets are kind of in a holding pattern as the market waits to see what comes of this whole natural gas situation, what that means for nitrogen, how fast plants can get back up and running, and all those kinds of stories. On the phosphate side of things, we saw prices jump on the backs of the nitrogen futures, up in the mid 520s for both the futures and the physical values, but overall mostly quiet, especially compared to the crazy trade in the nitrogen markets this week. That's about all I've got for fertilizer markets. If you have any questions about how using fertilizer derivatives can complement your risk management strategy, shoot us an email at ferts@freightinvestor.com or visit our company's home site at freightinvestorservices.com. That's all I've got for you this week, and have a good weekend.